Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Governor Sanwo-Olu launches Lagos International Financial Center Phase 1 report. LASEPA and others unveils Kiosk initiative for sustainable waste to wealth. And Lagos State Government and Marcel Ruth Cancer Center holds walk against cancer. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has launched the Lagos International Financial Center Phase 1 report, a project that captures the strategy and pathway to the implementation of initiatives that will transform Nigeria's economic growth, deepen the financial market, and foster innovation. Governor Sanwo-Olu launched the report at the Lagos House Marina. Please take a look.
Chief Executive Officers of Nigeria's licensed exchanges in Lagos State and some members of the State Executive Council converged on Lagos House Marina for the launch of the Lagos International Financial Center Phase 1 report that would help strengthen the financial ecosystem of Lagos. The State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu joins the gathering to deliberate on strategies and solutions that would position Lagos as a global competitive partner for economic growth. Lagos International Financial Center project, conceived about 2 years ago in collaboration with the Enterprise Nigeria, is designed to attract international capital, create sustainable economic opportunities for the country, and the state government welcomes more partners to achieve the initiative.
The question is, what does the LIFC mean for Lagos and Nigeria? LIFC will transform the economy of Nigeria by attracting and mobilizing long-term capital both domestically and globally. It will deepen Nigeria's financial market. It will enhance Nigeria's global credibility, support national trade and industrialization, strengthens Nigerian competitiveness, improve monetary policy transmission and financial system resilience, drive economic growth, foster innovation, and strengthen our regulatory and market frameworks. Global and domestic capital is attracted by predictability and stability. And of course, Lagos International Financial Center is designed to provide exactly that, a transparent and regulated and nationally aligned platform that turns Nigeria's economic ambition into investable opportunities.
The co-chairman of LIFC applauded the Lagos State government for working closely with the private sector to strengthen business institutions and bring about economic growth in the state.
To say that which has been tried before and has not made much headway, I'm going to carry it on. And I was so thrilled that in the first meeting that we had, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said, I'm going to take this on. Now, the role of the private sector is to ensure that when you see this type of courage, when you see this type of focus and prioritization, the partner cannot afford to disappoint. The partner cannot afford to disappoint. Along this journey, I have been, not the state, I have been the one pointing out to the private sector what Lagos State has done and continues to do. I'm not saying that we take them for granted, but certainly we do not give enough praise where it is due. We do not give enough praise where it is due. But this team does not work because of praise. This team works because this is a good thing and a necessary thing to do. But I want today for us to begin to change that. The private sector must begin. I'm not asking you to praise sing. I'm simply asking you to say it as it is. That from the things that a state must do to attract capital, I'm not speaking of perfection. Under this regime, I'm building on the successes of earlier regimes. Lagos State is doing a fantastic job. More can be done, but and we will continue to encourage you.
Foreign partners also welcomed the LIFC initiative, noting that a well-structured financial center would benefit the national economy.
That a well-designed international financial center can unlock significant domestic and international capital flows, Those capital flows will go into infrastructure. We saw pictures of the Blue Line. We know there are plans for many other lines. We know that those resources will go into other parts of the productive sectors. They'll create jobs. They'll boost Nigeria's economic infrastructure. And we know very clearly that the LIFC will benefit far beyond Lagos. The exciting thing today is an evidence-based report which is about showing how to take this dream further. And it's important to note, UK-funded, City UK brings a level of expertise as to how international financial centres work. And it brings precisely the relationships that I talked about between the private sector and state institutions as well. And we're really delighted that we're able to get that level of expertise to come and provide advice to help analyse what are the comparative advantages of Lagos State, but also to identify the critical reforms that are needed in order to establish a globally credible financial centre. This is happening at a really important time, I think for two reasons. The first reason is a Nigerian one. Nigeria is pursuing ambitious and successful economic reforms. This is the perfect time for something like the LIFC to build on and capitalise on those reforms.
Governor Sanwo-Olu reaffirms his administration's commitment to establishing the Lagos International Financial Centre that will deepen the financial markets and foster innovation.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Lagos, Nigeria, it sounds very, very nice. It was a very nice word. And I felt, whatever it is, this thing looks very pretty, you know, it sounds very nice. We should make it happen. You know, so it wasn't so difficult for me to just get on it and say, you know what, we have to do it because there's Lagos with financial, it's very good, let's do it. Without knowing how deep and deep and deep these things we're going to get into. But I thank all of us for taking that risk. You know, and for me, it's all about leadership and it's all about having that confidence and that sense of togetherness to know that if you can dream it, if you can just envision it, then that means you can do it. You know, and so that first step is always the very important and difficult one. And you know, we have to back it up with an executive order. We have to back it up with all of the things that will make us stand very well. And we've had this journey the last 2.5 years consistently. Consistently, we've trained ourselves. We've had exhibitions, we've had dinners, we've had all sort of things. You know, and what we're just saying that they've shown us and I got talked about, it's just been very tough, hard work that the real work is just about to start again. So I'm happy that the City UK, under the UK government, saw the need to support us on the technical side and even on some financial side as well. But you know how it is? You have to also put your money where your mouth is. You have to show, you know, that you are extremely very committed and you want to believe in the future that you see. But if you don't bake that future from today, it'll be difficult, like Ike said. If some people did not put together Nigerian Stock Exchange and the rest of it, we won't be where we are today. So institutions have to be built, but we have to also be able to say to ourselves that tomorrow, it's important for us and we need to begin to lay those foundations.
As the Lagos State Government unveils the Lagos International Financial Centre Phase 1 report, Nigeria is not just participating in the global financial arena, it is also setting the stage for Africa as next financial powerhouse.
The Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, has unveiled a household-focused used cooking oil collection initiative to curb pollution, improve public health, and create economic opportunities across the state. Speaking at the launch, the General Manager of LASEPA, Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, stated that the initiative is designed to tap into a global supply chain that remains largely underutilized in sub-Saharan Africa.
How to turn used cooking oil to wealth for environmental protection is the reason for this gathering at the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency's office alongside Ikeja. The Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency and its partners are here to unveil a household-focused used cooking oil collection initiative to curb pollution and improve public health.
What this will do will go beyond just collecting oil and giving money. It has a long-lasting environmental impact. It has more value in terms of naira and copper, the cost of fixing the road that is damaged, the cost of repairing drainages, the cost of spreading diseases from flooding and pollution.
The General Manager of LASEPA, Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, says the initiative is designed to tap into a global supply chain that remains largely underutilized in sub-Saharan Africa.
What we're here to do today is to unlock a minimum $20 million market in Lagos, where we can power the supply chain of biofuel and put Lagos on the map globally. The data we have is that Lagos ranks very high, actually Nigeria ranks high, on the potential for feeding the used cooking oil industry across the world because of our population and the kind of food we eat. We use a lot of oil-based recipe for our food. And we also know that medically, if you have to reheat oil more than once, you deform the chains in it. So that becomes bad for your health, right? So in an effort to increase environmental protection and ensure that people, the lives of people are protected and we optimize the quality of life of Lagosians from the angle of the food they eat. Many years ago, like 2 years ago, I think, we launched the collection of used cooking oil and we started feeding that supply chain. So what we're doing now is to create a more structured form and properly unlock that market. That market doesn't exclude anybody. And it's also very instructive to note that it can happen at household level. So what we're trying to achieve is to make sure that the collection is efficient and it can be fed straight from the households. Is to insist that people must now turn in their used cooking oil and make it a valuable resource. So you can make money from your used cooking oil. You can get value out of that used cooking oil. But the most telling part of it is that as a people and as a city, we're very conscious, we're deliberate with our climate action. And in doing this, we're keying into the opportunity of feeding into the biofuel supply chain of the world.
In a technical presentation, the MD and project lead of Rural Waste Management explained that the Kiosk initiative creates an ecosystem where environmental sustainability and public health meet.
Based on our population and cooking practice, only third to China and India, but we know how big those guys are. And Lagos, like the doctor also said, is liable to contribute to 50% of that volume. What the agency has done is create an enabling environment where sustainable, internationally recognized collection practices are able to be developed and thrive. And it allows us to have meaningful conversations with the world. It allows us not to go cap in hand to into this climate revolution that's going on, to the talk of compensation, even though we deserve it, because of the climate issues we have are not caused by people. But we can go and have meaningful conversations and tap into the global supply chain. And the only way to do that is to create an enabling environment. And it must be on record that this agency has been the forefront, the bedrock, the foundation for creating the enabling environment for that industry to be developed in the third largest producing country for used cooking oil in the world. It is monumental. It will go down in history. Nobody can do anything about what has happened. And we hope to just build and support and develop in this regard. So at this point, I think we all understand the dangers, we all understand the benefit, and we crave the support of the entire department and the agency. We ask that you stand with us as we go to the next level. Our name as a country, as a state, is at stake in the quality of oil we collect and in the way we manage the collection. What the agency has done is create an enabling environment where sustainable, internationally recognized collection practices are able to be developed and thrive. And it allows us to have meaningful conversations with the world. It allows us not to go cap in hand to into this climate revolution that's going on, to the talk of compensation, even though we deserve it, because of the climate issues we have are not caused by people. But we can go and have meaningful conversations and tap into the global supply chain.
The Director of Partnership, Grants and Innovation at LASEPA applauds its partners for driving the state government's Zero Waste to Wealth initiative.
Appreciative for this, and I want to just say that this for me is a testament to the efforts of the government of Lagos State regarding environmental management in Lagos State. So this is a new one, because as we're going, we are looking at zero waste as a whole, and in achieving our Things Plus agenda for the environment. So we are looking at zero waste. If you look at what waste is coming to now, most waste are now recyclable in a way. How do we find, some waste pickers are already complaining of not having anything. That is where KSP operators come around. They're not even having so much to pick away for somebody like me. Because most people actually want to recycle their waste, but collection is always a thing of a constraint. But we are bridging the gap by doing this for us.
The Kiosk initiative, launched by LASEPA in collaboration with Rural Waste Management with support from Shell Foundation, will help improve environmental protection, and the state government encourages all Lagos residents to embrace the initiative by dropping their used cooking oil at any of LASEPA's zonal offices across the 5 divisions of the state.
Lagosians, it is no news that the present administration of Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu delivered projects in different sectors of the economy through the themes agenda. With this success in mind, the second term of the present administration has included social inclusion, gender equality, and the affairs of youths in its agenda. Now, we have the Themes Plus agenda. With this, no one is left behind on account of their social status, gender, or age. Lagosians, be prepared for another 4 years of a total revamp in all sectors. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe ni o.
Cancer remains a major threat to global health, taking millions of lives every year and even stretching healthcare systems across the world. Health authorities warn that the country's high cancer mortality rate is largely linked to late presentation and poor access to screening services, which is why the Lagos State Government and Marcel Ruth Cancer Center creates awareness against cancer and advocates healthy living.
The 2026 World Cancer Day witnessed a high-impact awareness walk in Lagos State, reinforcing the government's commitment to prevention, early detection, and access to quality cancer care. The Lagos State Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, joins Marcel Ruth Cancer Center for a walk on the island to create awareness on cancer. The move from Lagos House Marina all the way to Victoria Island, enlightening the public on cancer prevention and a healthy lifestyle. A cancer survivor who was diagnosed 12 years ago says the cancer spread can be prevented through early detection and regular checkup.
Every year we do this walk with Marcel Ruth around this time to raise awareness about cancer. More importantly, a lot of people need to realize that cancer can be prevented. I was diagnosed 12 years ago. I did chemotherapy for 8 years, and I'm still standing. The reason I am alive was because I was detected early. So I think the message that I tend to bring about is, or the message I try to put out there is that everybody deserves good health care, but you can do yourself a favor by having regular health checks. I've always said I do mine every 3 months, but some people may not be able to do that. Maybe you do it, maybe do a blood test twice a year, do a scan once a year. It may just save your life. I commend the guys at Marcel Ruth for this, but there's also other good hospitals. Obviously, it would help if maybe the powers that be make cancer screening more affordable. But on our part, our job is to get the message out there that early detection of cancer can save your life. I was detected early. I was showing no symptoms. It was just one of those scans, and it's probably saved my life. So I like to just finish by saying, everybody says Nigeria, this Nigeria, that they have problems. You may have 99 problems, but the day you have a health problem, you only have one problem. Get checked, stay safe.
Marcel Ruth Cancer Center is collaborating with the Lagos State government by supporting cancer survivors through the treatment process and also encouraging individuals who suspect anything to present themselves early.
The work is to raise awareness about cancer and the importance really of regular health checks, as a preventive both for lifestyle and to keep you going. A bit like, you service your car. You need to service your body every year. I think that the government is doing a lot. They've opened up some new cancer centers, offering radiotherapy, which is very important. So they've moved a lot in the last year or two. Well, I think regular checkups, and as soon as you suspect anything, that you go to a doctor and get yourself confirmed or otherwise.
We are showcasing and supporting cancer survivors who are unique in each of their stories, be it a young woman who has faced breast cancer and the impact on her family and young children, be it a man in his 60s with prostate cancer and its effect on his life, and so on and so forth. And this is to say that cancer is, people can survive cancer. The main message is for people to present early, because early detection saves lives. So we are encouraging people to have their annual wellness checks, particularly when they're above the age of 40 and above. And also to those who are not at that age, but if you notice anything, any abnormalities, unexplained weight loss, a lump somewhere, a wound that seems like is not healing, bleeding, and so on, please do not wait for too long. 1 or 2 weeks, yes, but after that, please consult your doctor.
At the Lagos State seat of power, LASEPA Secretariat, senior officials of the State Ministry of Health take cancer awareness directly to the public.
We're encouraging everyone out there to please come, civil servants, male and female, to please come to Folari Koka Staff Clinic and have their breast cancer screening done, cervical cancer screening done, and prostate cancer screening done. This is very, very important. Prevention is indeed better than cure.
Cancer is one of the things that, stops and cuts life short. And it's something that has to be prevented, and that's what today is about. Yes, they talk a lot about the women, but yes, the men too are also important. In fact, the incidence of cancer of the prostate is getting lower nowadays. Before it used to be maybe around 68 years, but now we are seeing men in their 50s having cancer of the prostate.
The Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, our mandate is mainly to build resourceful women. We're women ministry, but we allow the he for she, the men as well. And we know that women are the molders of the family. The family is the unit of the society. Therefore, we can't pour from an empty cup. We need to be healthy. We need to be self-aware. We need to take care of ourselves in order for us to take care of the family, and it reverberates and has a rippling effect on the nation. So I'll therefore join all of us, public servants, since this is a freebie, that we should get tested. Let's come out en masse. Let's advocate. Let's tell our colleagues that it is the free screening here, and it's better to know your vitals, better to know who you are, better to know what is in you, so that if there's any issue, we can start early commencement of treatment.
Health officials warn that breast cancer is increasingly affecting adolescents and younger women between the ages of 15 and 39, largely linked to lifestyle factors. While the exact cause of cancer remains unknown, experts stress that prevention and early screening saves lives.
We have cultural issues where people are in denial. So a lot of people don't, it's not a matter of knowledge. We're seeing more of people with advanced cancer. So by the time they end up coming to LASU, to the cancer center there, or any of the private hospitals, we have Sanwo-Olu, we have Lakeshore, they're usually at an advanced stage. And you just wonder why they did not pick it up earlier, which is the whole essence of what we're doing right now.
Now you're hearing of 20-something-year-old people dying of breast cancer, of cervical cancer. That never used to be the case in the past. But now we're seeing more and more cases of cancer in younger people, and it should not be so. We say screen, screen, and screen. Check your numbers. Check your BP, check your blood sugar, go for cancer screening. As a woman, check your breast.
The Lagos State government says free cancer screening for civil servants is ongoing at the staff clinic, with many workers already taking advantage of the initiative. The World Health Organization notes that 4 out of every 10 cancer cases worldwide are preventable or treatable. Medical experts urge residents to adopt healthy lifestyles, carry out regular self-examinations, and seek medical attention promptly whenever unusual changes are noticed.
So this is where we call it a day on this week's edition of Dateline Lagos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Remember, obey all state laws, be the best you can, and in all things, remember to please live a healthy life. Until next time, it's bye for now.